In this video, we're going to discuss groups. Groups are connections or networks among colleagues or classmates where information can be shared, discussions can be had, or live face-to-face conversations can take place. If I want to access my groups, I'll click on Groups. You'll notice I have My Groups, which is a relatively long list, but it also separates between school groups and public groups. School groups are groups within our school or within our school system that you can join. Public groups are groups that Schoology has created for us to connect. One example of a public group is over here on the right, Common Core. I don't belong to it because we don't use Common Core standards. But if I were interested, I can click on this icon and I can join that public group. If I want to join a group that's local, I'll need the group code, and I'll click on Join Group and type in the access code here. Once I've joined the group, I can access information and I can add some information as well. You'll notice that these are several groups that are part of the school where I belong. I'm going to go ahead and click on this group, and let's take a look at what's going on. You'll notice the last update was by me. If I want to add a different update, I can do so by clicking here. I can type it in. I can add a file if I want to share a file or a link. I can also add a resource that I've created elsewhere, or I can create an audio-video recording much like the one I'm creating now. If I want to add something to the group's resources, not necessarily as an update, but as something that people can access later, I'll go down here and click on Resources. You'll notice there are several things already here. Anyone in the group can access this. And if I want to add resources, I'd click here. If I wanted to look and see who the members were, of course I could click there, and that gives me an opportunity to communicate with my members directly. I can also start a discussion, which is an asynchronous discussion. I can create a post or add a question, and then other people can respond. Or if I want to create a live conference, I can do so here. And I can schedule a conference, and we can all come online together and have a conversation. So you'll notice groups are specifically designed for people to connect, to share resources, and to plan ahead. The difference between a group and a course, by the way, is in a group, I have access to resources, I have access to connectivity, but there are no assignments and there are no grades. If I am in a course, I have similar access, but it's specific to the creation or completion of assignments and assessments, as well as accessing learning material. So the function is a little bit different. Since I own this group, I just wanted to give you this information. You have group options as well. You can send messages to the entire group. You can edit the information. You can moderate posts, which means that if you are a teacher and you have students, you might choose to control who can post and what posts get published. And also you can edit the privacy or the group settings. So for example, you'll recognize this from other privacy settings, but if I want everyone to have access to certain things, I can click on the group. However, let's say, for example, I don't want people to be able to add resources. I'll go over here to Resources and I'll click on No One. That allows only me to add resources. I'll go ahead and click that back. And once I've changed the settings to the group, I'll go down here and click Save.